One more again. One more again. In case y'all wondering what I'm saying when I say one more again, that's just me saying one more again. Or that's like the same thing as saying once again, but I'm just saying one more again, just so you know. I'm trying to figure out what this nigga's saying over there. You dig? But we back. Whatever it takes. Season 5. Yeah, season 5. We in week 4. I just go to the chat to see if there's any game scheduled. Let me look at something real quick. This game ain't gonna get played, so I'm setting this for Bengals because I'm pretty much trying to advance this now, and it looks like that's set. All right, yo, I'm about to advance right now. Let me just go at the chat before I even get into it. We advancing now. Let's get this thing going early. Let me get into this, man. Let me see. I gotta advance this league. Let's get it started. I don't need to wait, you know. And I'm glad that popped in my mind now rather than later. Like to hold the league up all day for what? Just to see about games that might get played. This is why I tell y'all, when I go at the chat early in the day and I say advance day any game schedule, it's for these reasons, because it's like if no games are scheduled, then you know it's a chance that it won't get played. And I don't like to hold the league up all the way to 8 o'clock at night when we can advance early if ain't no games being played. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's why I keep saying, that's why I be saying sometimes I need you guys to help me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if y'all not gonna play, or if you need a force or something, let me know. You know what I'm saying? And we go from there. But don't just not be saying anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know what's going on so we keep this thing moving. But these games that's sitting here, they probably won't get played, and I ain't hearing nothing, so we keeping the ball rolling. And we're gonna sit here and play with it. Like, let's get on to the next week. Interesting week. Nevertheless, man, where's the thing at? Very interesting week. But that's what happens in these leagues, man. You get these interesting weeks, and you know, you get upsets, you get rivalry matches, you get everything. You know what I mean? You get everything. I'm setting this for major because I don't know what's going on with the Titans. Let me just double check everything to make sure I ain't missed nothing. For him, he good. That's CPU. Alright, yeah, so make sure I turn these injuries off, and we're gonna keep this ball rolling, man. Ain't no need to wait. So this 5th quarter is right on time at that. You know, I was just gonna do the 5th quarter just to get it out the way. But now that I'm seeing that we really don't need to sit here, then yeah, we're keeping it moving. You know, we're gonna keep it moving. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, cool. Just go at the chat, and then we're gonna get into this. And before we even get into it, we gotta definitely talk about something before I get into the predictions and recap and everything. Oh, I'm bugging. We in week 5. My bad. So yesterday, I'm pretty sure most of y'all hold on. I'm pretty sure most of y'all, if not all of y'all, seen the little chat scuffle that was going on yesterday regarding the trade. Tuesday. Regarding the trade. And all right, cool. We advanced. Just never did our part. Cool. All right, look. I'm pretty sure y'all seen about the little chat scuffle, you know, back and forth about a trade that went down yesterday between Colts and Chargers, right? Now here's my thing. See, what makes me fair, right? What makes me a fair dude for a lot of reasons, but let me just touch on this first. What makes me fair is that I can say something and feel a way about something, but it don't mean that I can't change my mind, you know, when somebody else says something to me. You understand? Like, you got some people that say what they say and that's it. Ain't no coming off that no matter what, right? Now, me having co-commissions don't just mean I just got them niggas in here just to advance. You understand? Just to push a button. Co-commissions is exactly what it's saying. They co-commissions. You know, the only reason why I'm a commission, the only reason why I'm the head commission, because I created the league. But I give them just as much impact and say so as me. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna have the final say because I created the league, whatever. But I don't care about that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not one of them type of dudes. I don't care nothing about that. So if I get co-commissions that look at things differently than what I'm thinking, then I'm willing to step back and look at it from a different angle. You know, because that's just in life. Sometimes we just need to do that. You know, there's nothing wrong with saying something about something, and then somebody else say something, and you be like, all right, let me look at it from a different way. And when you look at it from a different way, you have a different, you know, outlook on it. See, I can do that. I'm not somebody I can move off my pivot. I'm not somebody that just gotta, you know, nah, F that. This is what I'm saying. Nah, I don't care about none of that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's number one. Now, number two, the issue got escalated because the way that I started being talked to in the chat. Now, here's my thing. I've said things to people and you know, as far as, you know, trades or whatever happened, editing players, and even if they didn't like it, they did it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's called, you know what I'm saying, respect for one and following the rules. Like, I give all of y'all respect in here. I ain't never come at none of y'all crazy. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of y'all, when I have an issue or talk to y'all about things, it be DM. You understand what I'm saying? Because I never do things in front of people to try to do things for validation. I don't care about what other people say, what other people think. So I'll pull somebody behind the closed doors and kick it with them privately in the DM. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the reason why yesterday was handled in the chat, because why? Because I wanted it to be. You understand? Because I don't want nobody to feel like there's favoritism towards anybody. I don't want nobody to feel like, you know what I'm saying, oh, well, you'll do that to him and not to him. You understand what I'm saying? So, listen, we always going to agree to disagree at times. That's fine. I don't expect to have leagues and expect every single day to be smooth. That's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? So, and to be honest with you, if that's just food for thought for everything in life. Let me just let y'all know that anything that y'all dealing with, whether it's a female, whether it's, no matter what it is, whether it's a friend, if everything is always cool and y'all never get into it, guess what? That's not a real situation. Somebody being fake. You understand what I'm saying? So there's nothing in life that's always going to be smooth sailing. Every day is going to be cool. Every day is going to be good. Because I'm telling you, if you've been dealing with a girl, y'all been together for 2 years, and you be like, yo, bro, we ain't never have no argument, never had disagreement. We always be on the same page. One of y'all is freestyling. Translation, one of y'all ain't being real. One of y'all being phony. Because there's no such thing as every day is cool and smooth sailing. There's always going to be a disagreement about something. Now, I'm not saying it have to be something major. You know, yeah, you can have disagreements about minor stuff. I'm not saying it has to be major, but what I'm saying is that nobody gets along and agree with every single thing. That's just the way life goes. That's not the problem, though. The problem is, all right, once a disagreement happens, what do y'all do about it? That's the issue right then and there. So, the issue became yesterday with me and the Chargers playmaker is because, he started telling me what he not gonna do, and it's like, yo, dude, why you trying to handle me like that? You understand what I'm saying? If I'm telling you something, you gotta honor that, even if you don't agree with it. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta honor that. Now, with that being said, it worked out because you know why? Because my co-commissioners and everything felt, and here's why I dropped the ball on it. I should have kicked it with my coach. And see, this is when I tell you, I'm always honest enough to acknowledge my errors and my mishaps and my mistakes. What I should have did was kicked it with my co-commissioners first. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I dropped the ball on it. And I'm man enough to tell you that anything I do, anything wrong, I can hold myself accountable. You know what I'm saying? I hold myself for accountability for anything. You understand what I'm saying? So I should have kicked it with my co-commissioners first, and that would have never been an issue. But, the same way I'm wrong, Playmaker was wrong for going at me the way he was going at me. You understand what I'm saying? Because here's my thing. You tell me it was a throw-in, right? You said Scott threw this guy in the deal. If he's a throw-in, then what's the problem with you throwing him back? You understand? If I'm working out a trade with somebody and we speak about two players and all of a sudden this guy say, yo, you know what? I don't want this dude. I'm going to throw him. All right, cool. And somebody come out and say, yo, nah, man, that's not cool. And then you be like, yo, he threw him in. All right, then if he had nothing to do with the original agreement, why can't you throw him back? Or why can't you add to the trade? If he's a throw-in, then that means he had nothing to do with the original agreement. You understand what I'm saying? But when you fight so hard against what I'm saying, that further lets me know he's not a throw-in. He's just important as the original trade that you made. You understand what I'm saying? So again, I don't have no problem with disagreements. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, where I went wrong as I should have included my co-commissioners first. That's why we're wrong at. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the ball on that. And you know what? We'll clean that up and we'll move forward so these things won't happen again. But I'm glad that everything was aired out in the chat so everybody would know that ain't no favoritism, ain't no sweeping things under the rug. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm probably one of the coolest commissioners that y'all know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas been rocking with me as a commissioner since last Madden. Ain't nobody never catch me doing no funny business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had somebody tell me, right, just recently. Now I got the Panthers in this money league that I was in, right? And I had Teddy Bridgewater. Now, people always heard me complaining, and this somebody that's in this league with me, and they was in that money league with me. He know that I'm always complaining about Teddy Bridgewater throwing power. So he like, yo, Q. He like, yo, man. He said, you want to hear something funny? He said, now I know Teddy Bridgewater ain't got this throwing power, right? And I'm like, yeah, I know, because you always hear me cry about it. He was in the league with somebody that was a commish, and this commish had Teddy Bridgewater. All of a sudden, Teddy Bridgewater's throwing power is nothing like the Teddy Bridgewater that I had, which means what? Which means he did some editing. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I mean. Like, you get guys that have leagues and they do little slick stuff. You understand what I'm saying? You get guys that have leagues and do little slick things. I ain't never get called out for doing nothing like that. I ain't never make my guy no superstar or X Factor, or even a star if he didn't get it on his own. I don't move like that. Yo, this is just a game. This ain't that deep to me. I don't get no pesos for doing this. You understand what I'm saying? So this all recreation. I ain't got no reason to try to jerk wreck. Like, I'm one of the coolest commissioners y'all know. Niggas ain't never catch me slipping out one time. Going back to when I first started the league, I ain't never edit no players. I ain't never do no funny stuff. Only edit players I do is the uniforms. I ain't never boost no ratings. I ain't never do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing. None of that. Never. I never even thought about doing nothing like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because it ain't that deep. You know, I just don't move. I just don't move like that. You understand what I'm saying? But trust me, you get people that have these leagues and you know, niggas do funny style stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never get called out for doing nothing. Just think about it. And I get niggas that tell on people all the time. Niggas be putting me on. Yo, such and such did this. Yo, good looking. The reason why y'all don't know about it, because y'all ain't supposed to know about it. Y'all don't need to know what go on in the background. But just trust and know. The same way people looking at other people do things and they telling me, you think they're not looking at me to catch me slipping? Of course they are. But guess what? There's nothing to speak about me. And this is why I have success with my leagues, because number one, I'm respected as a commish, which I really don't care nothing about. I don't care about being no commish. I just happen to be the one to create the leagues. But I don't let I don't let this stuff go to my head. I don't care about nothing about being no commission, none of that. This don't affect nothing in real life for me. This is all for fun and recreation. I care about none of this stuff, man. I take none of this stuff personal. Yeah, I'm a competitor, so of course I'm competing to win like everybody else. But man, at the end of the day, this ain't gonna make me. This ain't gonna never make me get out of character. It really not. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, again, when I do something wrong, I could admit it. I'll be the first to tell you what I did wrong. And yesterday, what I did wrong was not include my co-commissioners and what was going on. But at the same time, Playmaker was wrong for turning it to something bigger than what it was. If you've been rocking me for this long, why are you willing to leave the league for a trade? I mean, come on, dude. Like, you must not be invested that much in my league. Because if I'm in somebody's league that I'm really digging, ain't no commish that's telling me, yo, that trade got to go back. You got to send something. Then I'm gonna get that bent out of shape. Then I'm gonna be like, yo, well then boot me. Boot me for what? You understand what I'm saying? Or why would I think about leaving the league? Like, I'm just saying, like, my thing is this. I don't understand how people be getting that emotionally invested, where if you think the league is so dope, then why would you want to leave? Or why would you even threaten about leaving, or even telling me, yo, you could just boot me now because you upset about me saying something about a trade? Like, man, I don't understand that. You understand what I'm saying? Me personally, I could never do that. You understand? I could never do that. If I'm that's like me being in any one of y'all leagues. You understand what I'm saying? And you be like, yo, son, come on, you can't do that trade. You gotta go back. Even if I'm disagreeing with, even if I don't like what you're saying, or I'm challenging you on it, I'm not gonna be like, well, just boot me now. You understand what I'm saying? Because that incident doesn't override the overall joy that I had in your league. You understand what I'm saying? So I just don't understand that. So that was like, that baffled me. But it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no one person bigger than the league. That's just bottom line. So if anybody want to leave for anything, then you can leave. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody bigger than the league. At this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's nothing personal. Like, if you want to leave the league, it ain't like you can't come back. See, I don't hold grudges. Now, if you violate it, like if you got upset and you cut all your players to free agency and did something dumb, then yeah, ain't no coming back. But if you upset about something or you want to leave, or you know what I'm saying, and you that much in your feelings, all right, bounce. But it don't mean you couldn't hit me back and couldn't come back. See, I'm not a sucker like that. You can come back. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it ain't that deep to me. But the same way it ain't that. But see, I can't expect everybody to think like how I think. Just because it's not deep to me don't mean it's not as deep to the next person. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm learning different things along the way, but I just move with certain morals and principles, period. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. So, we had a little mishap yesterday, but it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's a small thing. It's a small thing. But I'm just saying, only reason I'm even touching on this, just for clarifications about everything, because a lot of stuff I hate talking about through text. Some things I'd rather speak on rather than text. You understand what I'm saying? Like all that putting stuff in the chat, like people can read. Like you could text somebody, they could take things the wrong way because you don't hear no emotion behind the way somebody's texting something. You could read it and take it a total way than what they saying it. So I don't really care about this. Is why another reason why I do this live stuff, so people can understand where I'm coming from. I'm not tripping on that what we had yesterday, but what I'm saying is that you can't tell me what you're not going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because now you challenging me on some old, F what you saying, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm not going to do. Nah, we can't have that. You know what I'm saying? Because now if we allow that, we open up Pandora's box. And I don't handle none of y'all like that. You understand what I'm saying? I handle all of y'all a certain type of way because y'all been rocking with me. But if it comes to the point where it's me or you, it's always going to be you. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, I'm never going to let myself take a hit for everything, for the credit that I built up with everybody. I'm not going to take a hit because somebody feel like, you know what I'm saying, F what he's saying. Especially when I'm a cool dude. Like, this is what I don't understand. Like, ain't no need to challenge me on nothing. But if I'm taking something out the wrong way, then, please correct me. And then, we move on from there. That's just what I do all the time. Yesterday, my co-commissioners was like, nah, bro, I don't see nothing wrong with the trade. But they did see something. They seen something the way he was talking in the chat. That was the only issue they had, which was the issue that I ended up having. But you live and you learn. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't about what happened at the moment. That's all right, cool, it happened. Move on. You know what I'm saying? That's over with. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna trip on that. So I'm speaking on it now, but you'll never hear me speak on this again. And that's it, man. So no, playmakers not booted from the league. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was something that happened, but shouldn't have happened. But you know what? It's all good. We move right along. You understand what I'm saying? But I just had to touch up on a few things so everybody can understand the clarification that we under. And just know, man, I ain't no funny style dude. I ain't no commish that do things for the betterment of me. Cause y'all know I always talk about the betterment of the league. No matter how good a job y'all think I do running these leagues, I always tell y'all, and y'all know this, I always tell y'all, thanks for the credit, but y'all get just as much credit as me, because no matter how much of a good commissioner y'all think I am, guess what? I have no league to commission if it ain't for y'all. I always tell y'all that. So y'all the ones that get the ultimate credit for rocking with me this long. Yo, my dudes, we in season 5. We in season 5 and not one season. We in season 5 and 2 seasons. Oh yeah, we just started the 3rd league or simulation, season 1. That's rocking and rolling. Yo man, we a part of history. This is why I say this whole 5th quarter, all this stuff, I'm going to look to try to take it to the next level so I can start seeing some change out of it. Not from y'all, of course, but you know, all these YouTube channels and all that, you get the right person that gets a hold of your channel and see what you're doing. Now all of a sudden they coming to you, yo, listen, we like what you're doing. Yo, we think you'll be good to do this, blah, blah, blah. Yo, listen, why not all be a part of something? Why not all be a part? Next thing you know, we got our own little Madden. We got our own little Madden thing that's being aired on whatever channel. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think that's dope because we got the chats popping. The chat got all the personalities in it from everybody. So now why not put a face behind everything that's going on in the chat? Like, just understand what I'm saying. What we doing, y'all, can go to a bigger level. You understand what I'm saying? And it all starts with what we doing now. Everything that we doing now why couldn't it be on TV? Why couldn't the cameras and stuff getting involved to start seeing, yo, let me see what this dude is. Let me see what this, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things on these YouTube stuff that be garbage. You know what I'm saying? But the video game stuff is never going to die. It's only going to continue to get bigger and bigger. So just understand, I'm going to try to take this to another level. Now, if you're scared to go to another level, then that's cool. You don't lose no points. Yo, nah, bro, I ain't trying to go nowhere with this. I just want to play my game. Fine, no problem. If it ain't for you, then it ain't for you. When that time comes, if you feel like you don't want no parts of it, no problem. But just understand, I'm trying to take this to a whole bigger platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all this 5th quarter stuff. We already got, just think about it. We already got the foundation, the 5th quarter. You understand? The 5th quarter is already the foundation. So now what we do is we take it from there and we expand on that. Y'all got 3 leagues, y'all. Do y'all understand that? 3 leagues that don't have all the same guys. You understand? So, you know, and again, I'm telling y'all, for y'all that didn't get down in that simulation league, you missing out on the good experience. Because yeah, I like the competitive mode, but that simulation is different. A lot of things that work on competitive mode don't work on simulation to that extent. I'm not saying it won't work, but it don't have the same impact. And you won't really understand unless you're playing on simulation. But I'm here to tell you, I'm digging simulation. I'm digging that we getting calls. I'm digging that we getting challenges. I'm just digging the stuff, man. It's gonna make you build your team and all that stuff about if you got the better team, you gonna win. All that is garbage. All that is garbage. How I know? It's been upsets already. Blowout upsets from lower, lesser teams. So don't just tell me because you got a better play or a better team, you automatically gonna get the win. There's still user lurk in simulation. You can still do user, but it does cater to who the better person is. And ain't that the way it should be? Like, do you want to see if you watch the NFL, do you want to see Julio Jones getting locked down from a nigga 3rd string cornerback? Hell no. In order for Julio to get locked down, guess what? He better be going against somebody like Jalen Ramsey. That's what simulation is about. You understand what I'm saying? It makes you got to call your schemes and stuff a little different. Because now, just because you got you a fast 96 speed cornerback, 71 overall, he still can get killed from a 92 overall wide receiver who got 89 speed. That's just the way it is, and that's called football. So guess what? You better not leave that nigga out there one-on-one with that lower, lesser tier cornerback. He gonna get ate up. Which means what? Which means now you gotta come up with a scheme to give him some help over there. It's expanding your mind a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I'm here for the competitive mode. I can compete and I can adjust to anything that I play. That's just my natural ability. I can adjust to anything. So I'm not here to shit on competitive mode. I'm just saying, yo, man, we've been depriving ourselves for so long about simulation, and I don't even know why. Because now that we finally playing on simulation, everybody saying they digging it. Everybody likes simulation. When we ignored simulation the whole year. Me and my co-commish Ib always was talking about, yo, bro, we need to do a league on simulation. Yo, word, we need to start it. We need to try it. We always talked about it and never did it. So I said, you know what? F it. Let me throw a third league and get this on simulation so we could get our feet wet and see what this feels like. And guess what? Ain't nobody complaining. Everybody digging the simulation. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody digging the simulation. So, you know, simulation, man, simulation is a good look. It makes you want to take more shots down the field one-on-one. Why? Because they're going to throw that flag. All that bumping niggas off route and roughing the receiver up, they're calling them flags, man. They're calling it. And that's the way it should be. So now you don't mind taking one-on-one shots down the field because now you know it's a good chance I'm going to get this flag call. Yo, man, simulation definitely opens up things, but I'm here for competitive mode. I'm digging competitive mode. They all got their things they all got their things that they do better. Bottom line, but simulation is definitely more realistic. I will say that. But competitive mode, I'm digging that as well. You know what I'm saying? Now, I didn't mean to rant for this long before I even got into the predictions and recap. But let's just face it, y'all niggas like to hear me talk my ish anyway. You know, so but we gonna get into that though. But I just wanted to touch up on that, you know, and for y'all that got down to simulation, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? The league is full. You understand? The league is full. I appreciate it. I respect it. Y'all dudes mess with me, so I mess with y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Bottom line, even if we have disagreements, I don't care about that. Y'all mess with me, so I mess with y'all. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna have disagreements. That's part of the game. I don't care about that. I don't care about the disagreement stuff. You know, but y'all bang with me, so I bang with y'all. You understand what I'm saying? That's the third league we did. Y'all took on another league. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? We all having fun with it. So, you know, let's just keep balling out and having fun, man. At the end of the day, that's all it's about. Fun, entertainment. That's all I'm here to do. Fun and entertainment. That's it. Now it's gonna be bumps in the road. It's gonna be stuff like that, and that's cool. That's fine. But you know what? As men, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a man, so I don't be on no girly stuff where I hold grudges and be up in my feelings. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? As men, you have differences, but you know what? You chop it up, you say your piece. You know what I'm saying? Y'all move on. Bottom line, we here for fun and entertainment. It ain't none of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, here to affect nobody real life, even though some of y'all are just great winners and horrible losers. I will say that. Some of y'all are horrible losers and great winners, but you know what? That's what makes y'all who you are, and that's fine. You understand what I'm saying? It's all right. If you're a sore loser, you're a sore loser. Own it. You know what I mean? Wear it. Don't deny it. That's who you are. That's what makes you you. But anyway, let's get into this recap. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this recap before we get into predictions. This is a force for major. Money Mascot went against Big Train. Big Train coming to this game. I said you needed to compete in this game with the champ at least. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't. You got blown out 35-7. But you know what? At the end of the day, yo, man, you played a bad game. Probably had a lot of turnovers. You starting off pretty good. Yo, get rid of this. Nothing to see here from Atlanta. On to the next one. Washington is the champ for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he ain't doing nothing to you. He ain't doing nothing to nobody else. Good win for Washington. Next, we had Seahawks against Bills. Third World win against On Some BS. Third World put up 51 points. Buffalo, this is what I'm going to tell you. If I'm you, I'm looking at the fact that I scored 34 points, and I'm feeling good about that. Right? So now that's one aspect to take from the game. Now, you gave up 51 points. The defense can't be happy with that. You understand what I'm saying? Defense can't be happy with that. You gave up almost double amount than what you scored. You can't have that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, offensively, you scored 34 points. That's a beautiful thing. Defense, you got to tighten up. You got to, whatever you did, throw it all out the window. Start from scratch on defense in the next game. But whatever you did on offense, take that same game plan to the next game. You understand what I'm saying? Look, y'all always know, I always talk about this P word with y'all, parity. I'm all about parity. I'm all about seeing bottom feeders get to the top, and I try to help you out to the best way I can. You understand what I'm saying? I never try to kick the man that's down. I'm always trying to help. So, Buffalo, man, listen to what I'm saying. Whatever you did on defense, do not be afraid to throw it all out the window. And I'm not necessarily saying that the defensive playbook you use. I'm saying whatever scheme you went with. If you went zone heavy that game, go man heavy the next game. Like, try something different, because for you to give up 51 points, whatever you did obviously did not work at all. So why come back to that next game with that same defensive philosophy? No, switch it up. This is why I be telling y'all dudes, even when your season is over, continue to play your games going into next season. Because if you stumble upon something that you see is working, now you got something to apply for next season. Why wait till next season to try something new? If your season is already over, why not try a whole new playbook? I mean, it only makes sense to me, but maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm bugging. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I don't know, but some guys at this point in time, man, some things just should not be happening. And I'm not talking about this game. I'll get into what I'm talking about. As I go along. But good blowout win for the Seahawks. I'm not surprised. Third World got a chip on his shoulder. He missed the playoffs last season, the final week of the season. So I know he's trying to come out and not put himself in this position again this season. And so far, he off to a great start. Next, this was a force. This was a force. Cowboys and Big Rico. Now I knew P. Earl was gonna come out with vengeance this game, because he lost to me last week, and the way my defense was playing last week, I know P. Earl was tight, and I knew he was going to try to come out and put up 80 on the Giants. And guess what? He almost got there. He damn near he put up 60, 59 and 60 to me. Same thing. You understand what I'm saying? 60 points, 59 points, same thing. Now here's what I mean when I say some things that's happening that shouldn't be happening. And here's what I mean. Big Rico, you've been in the division with P.E. Earl and Money Mascot. The only reason I'm not going to say Norm, because I don't know if Norm be dominating you the way these guys do. But I know for a fact Cowboys and Washington Money Mascot blowing you out every game. And here's what I mean by some things that's happening that shouldn't continue to be happening. You're in a division with these guys, right? All right, cool. That's already you looking at like, damn, I'm in a tough division, which you are. But let's just be honest. If I go to the park every day with my basketball, right, and I'm playing against guys who's in D1 colleges versus guys who just go to the park playing regular ball, shouldn't I get better by playing against the guys in D1 schools? Because these guys on another level opposed to the niggas that's just playing in the park. So what I'm saying, Big Rico, is that, yo, dude, you are sparring against Dallas and Washington twice a season. You playing these guys more than you playing anybody else. By now, even if you are losing, how are these games not competitive? How are you only scoring 8 points and giving up 60 to Pearl in season 5 when you play them twice a season? I mean, if it walks like a duck and quack like a duck, it ain't a mongoose. You understand what I'm saying? So at this point in the stage, what is it that you not understanding about these guys' games? And again, I'm not just talking ish because I beat Pearl last season. Because guess what? Truth be told, this Madden, right? Well, yeah, this Madden, I forget the other Maddens. This Madden, Pearl got me beat on the head-to-head matchups with him. Now, it may not be by that much of a bigger landslide, but bottom line, I'm honest enough to say Pearl beat me more times than I beat him, right? But what I am saying is that I don't play Pearl a lot, but I am familiar with what he like to do. And if I'm not, by the end of the first half, come that second half, unless he come out with a whole different style, now I pretty much have an idea of what he's looking for. You play him twice a season. We in season 5, so you play them twice in season 1, twice in season 2, twice in season 3, twice in season 4, and now you play them once in season 5. You just played Pearl 9 times. You've beaten him 0 times, and he's probably averaging you, blowing you out by 30 points and better every time. Yo, dude, you got to be able to adapt to what's going on. You should be better than this, Rico. You playing these guys all the time. Like, what is it that you're not understanding? Like, I try to help y'all guys out the best way I can. Like, at this point, Rico, whatever you've been doing haven't been working. So if I was you, at this point, why not play Dallas with, let's just say, Arizona playbook? I don't know. I'm just throwing anybody playbook out there. Meaning a playbook you never used before. What you got to lose? Because whatever playbook you've been using is not working. So what does it help to keep doing what you've been doing? I don't know. Just food for thought. You do the dishes. But anyway, good win for Cowboys. I knew he was going to come out this week with a vengeance because I'm always up when I play Pearl. I'm always looking forward to the challenge, and I know he's going to come out and try to take it out on his next opponent, and that he did. He blew out the Giants 59-8. Next, we had DK Packers win against Jags. Now, I've told y'all already, DK been coming out this week swinging for the fence on every hit. He ain't swinging for no singles. He ain't swinging for no doubles. He ain't swinging for no triples. He's swinging for home runs. DK has been off to a hot start. He is a former NFC champion, and when I seen him blow out the Bears earlier this season, I already kind of felt like he was on the mission because he got blown out by the Bears the last week of last season to get in the playoffs. And yo, man, he's playing like, he got a point to prove, and he's off to a great start. He took care of the Jags this week, 31-15, and I'm looking forward to see what this Packers team do moving forward. Next we had Naruto Bears win against Manish, and he won 52-7. Manish, sometimes I feel like you take 2 steps forward or 3 steps forward, then you take 2 steps back, then you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Bottom line is you always end up in the same position that you started. You had hell of a turnovers, I'm sure. 6. I mean, it's not 10, it's not the 10 mark, but you did have a lot. So you just gotta keep balling, man. But like I said, I always say about you, bro, is that no matter how big lopsided the score is, you never quit, you never concede, you never do any of that, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just waiting for you. I'm just waiting for you to continue to I'm just looking forward to you to continue to get better. Let me correct myself. I'm looking forward for you to finally pull off these big upset wins, and I'm looking forward to you just playing better ball. But just stay with it, bro. You're gonna get better by default. But the Bears won 52-7. Next we had Trey Dog blew out Malma 49-0. Malma, another one of them guys that he took over this team last season. Another one of them guys that takes his losses like a man, takes it on the chin. Don't cry, don't complain. I respect these dudes. These dudes go a long way in my book. You understand what I'm saying? Because, like I tell you, man, there's a lot of guys who's front runners. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't take a loss. And everybody definitely can't take a blowout loss without saying something crazy after the game. But these guys, Manish, the Malmas, the Scotts, these guys come, win, lose, the draw. They say good game, and that's it. And I root for these guys, man. I keep saying that. I root for these guys, and I'm rooting for y'all, and I always will be. Just learn from that 49-0 loss, bro. Like, if I'm you, I go back and I watch the game. I know it's tough watching games like this with this outcome, but if I'm you, I'll go back and watch the game. I'm sure you had moments where you was moving the ball, but then you did a silly turnover, because you probably had a lot of turnovers also. You had 7, see? Just gotta go back and look at what you did wrong, like the wrong reads. Certain stuff you gotta understand when you call. Like, I'm just gonna help y'all out, and I know everybody's listening, but I'm talking to the bottom feeders. See, what I do sometime is when I call certain stuff early in the game, right? Even if I threw a pick on that play, if I seen something else that was open that I should have did, I'll remember that. And when I call it later on again, if I see him in that same formation, I now know where I'm going. See, in his mind, he already got a pick, so he ain't got nothing to worry about. He feeling like, oh, he's going to do that again. All right, we got this. See, I know what I'm looking at, but he don't, because he was successful on the first time that I ran it. See, football is chess. It's to outthink your opponent. Just because you caught a pick on me in one particular formation and I go back to that, you don't have a clue who I'm looking at. So when I go back to it later on, guess what? I'm looking at something totally different. And I think that's what you guys got. This is what I mean by go back and watch the tape if you got blown out. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to go back and look at different things to see what you did wrong. You know what I'm saying? The wrong defense you called. Yo, how did he get wide open? Oh, I did this wrong. Just take little things and apply it to your next game. And, you know, it's a step-by-step process. That's all. Next, we had Jets win against Cardinals. Jets, Born Ready blowout Jersey Floyd. Born Ready off to one of them starts. But I'm telling you, man, Born Ready, he's starting to become like the Buffalo Bills of the league. And Buffalo Bills made the Super Bowl 4 or 5 times in a row back in the days, and they never won the chip. They always have hell of a regular seasons, but they can't punch the big ticket. But Born Ready's a good player, so you know, if I'm E-ball, I want to show Born Ready, yo, this my time, this my season. You gotta settle for the wild card. Born Ready, after that first season, Born Ready's if you win this division easy, like no tomorrow. E-ball, you need to have something to say about that. But Born Ready's off to a great start again. 39-12, defense played lights out and give up 12 points. Good win for the Jets. Next, we had Panthers against Bucks. This game went in overtime. Dre played last season, hell of a season. Number 1 seed last season. Lost in a divisional matchup. And Dre, once again, looking like he's trying to get back to where he left off from last season. Got a good win. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough game. I told you when I did prediction this game, I said that the Bucks always play Dre tough, and that he did. But this time Panthers came away with the win. Well, I think Panthers won the last few times they played, but you know, for some reason Bucks always played Panthers tough, and Panthers got this one in OT. Next was myself against Steelers, and man, did we have this game circled on the calendar. You know, as for myself, after last season, after that Week 17 loss we had to Pittsburgh, you know, we knew what we had to do before that game started. Didn't get it done. So, you know, I had to talk to my boys in the locker room, and I said, yo, man, listen, we got to change the way we do. We got to change the way we do things around here. And you know, I said, yo, listen, we got to do things differently. We got to change the way we run. We got to change the way we block. We got to change the way we catch. We got to change the way we do everything. You understand what I'm saying? We got to make a change in this culture. And so far, we've been holding up. You know, this is a good win to get for us. This nigga Spaz run game is hard to stop. I ain't gonna lie. His run game hard to stop. And the one thing about him is that he is not going to let up off the run. He's going to continue to run that rock. Even if you are doing a good job on it. You know, let me tell you something. Let me just show you what I mean. He ran for a buck 29. That's a hell of a defense performance by me. Spaz put up the first time I played, no, not the first time, but I think the first time either last season or the season before that, this man put up damn near 300 yards on the ground. Week 17, but see, this is what I mean by, and this is what, and when I talk to the bottom feeders, to y'all guys that be struggling, this is what I mean by remembering stuff. Spaz beat me week 17 last year, right, to get in the playoffs. Knocked me out. That game was to get in the playoffs. He beat me, right? Now, when you looked at the stats, he ran for over 200 yards. But I know I played the run good. He had 2 big runs, which jumped him to that 200-yard mark, right? So, yeah, the stats tell you he ran for over 200 yards, but it was them 2 big runs that did it. So I remembered that. I said, yo, listen, we cannot allow the big run. We played a great job against the run, but we gave up big runs, which is the difference in the game in week 17. Them big plays, them big runs, right? Now, let me show you something. This game, right? This is what I mean by Spaz not giving up on the run. He had hell of attempts. He ran the ball 30 times. It says 29, but I'm just rounded off. But whatever, 29. He ran the ball 29 times with his running back, right? We gave up a buck 13. And I'm telling you, for me, may not be for y'all, but for me, maybe you know, I'm not here to act like I'm the best defensive guy. But what I'm saying, for me, it is hard for me to stop this guy run. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe y'all defend his run better. I had to come up with something on my own. But I remembered what I did last time that worked, but he bust big runs on me. Now, with that being said, I already knew what to apply for this game. And the reason why I'm going into it, because I'm telling you, one thing about Spaz is that he's not going to let up off the run, even if you're shutting it down. He ran the ball 30 times. So I'm telling you, this guy is not going to start running that ball. And that's what makes it even harder, because at any moment he can bust off for a big run. You understand what I'm saying? His longest run was 14 yards. Yo, my boys played a hell of a job on defense that game. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that when I say I had that game circled, we had to prove a point to ourselves, because you know what you're going to face. One thing about Spaz is that you know what you're going to face. Either you're going to stop it or you're not, because he's not going to let up. He's going to keep running that ball, and that he did. So my boys did a hell of a job against the run that game. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, we needed that. And now we got a bye week, so we sitting good right now. But anyway, moving right along. Yeah, I better not hear y'all take my joint neither when I was like, yo, we got to change the way we run, change the way we block, change the way we catch. Like, I better not hear y'all take that. Change the way we tackle. Like, I better not hear y'all take that. You know what I mean? I'm running with that. That's my thing. You know, but yeah, we had to make some changes over there. But anyway, week 5 predictions. All right, first up, we got P.E. Earl going against Ibho Tampa Bay Bucks. Now, I'm saying this about the Bucks, and I said it. The Bucks got a hell of a roster over there. He got everything you would want on that team. He's just not putting it together. And I said this about him last week, and I'm saying it about him again. I don't know what's going on with the Bucks, man. I don't know if they got to fire the coach or whatever. I don't know what's going on over there, but they got a hell of a roster, man. But for whatever reason, that roster is not panning off for him. You know what I'm saying? It's not working out for him. You know, he's not successful with that roster right now, man. And he got to turn it around. You know, and if you're going to turn anything around, this is one of the guys that you want to do it against. If Bucks could win this game against Cowboys, I think this would turn the season around. If he get blown out against P. Earl this game, I think it's showing you what direction the Bucks gonna go. Because, and I'm saying that because, yeah, I know it's week 5, but you gotta understand this. We all playing to win. We all playing to win the Super Bowl, right? So you gotta understand. You gotta understand the temperature of the room. When you playing against guys like Pearl, and let's say you make the playoffs, you gotta know that this is gonna want to be one of the guys that's in your way from stopping you from getting to where you want to be, which is ultimately the Super Bowl. You gotta understand that he's one of the giants in your way. So you gotta be able to attack him now and prove a point. You understand? Because look, if you get blown out against the Cowboys this game and you play him in the playoffs, who you think coming to that game with more swag? It ain't gonna be the guy that got blown out. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I'm not here to tell you that if you beat Cowboys this game, that Cowboys still not gonna come in with a lot of swag in that playoff game. Why? Because he's beating you more times than you beat him, obviously. But what I am saying is that you're coming into that game with swag. See, that's the difference. When y'all both come into that game with swag, now it's just a matter of who's more swagalicious. You feel me? So, Bucks, you got to make a statement this game. Cowboys is one of the top guys in the NFC. You're in the NFC. You can't come into this game and get blown out 42-6 or nothing like that. You gotta show up. You know what I mean? You gotta show up. You gotta show up this game. Even if you don't win, you gotta be in this game until the fourth quarter till that clock says 0. Now I'm taking Cowboys, but I'm just saying I want to see how the Bucks show up, man. You gotta show up. You gotta show up this game. You cannot get punched in the mouth this game. You cannot. If you expect to make any noise during the season. But give me Cowboys 35-21. Next we got Philadelphia Eagles going against Baltimore Ravens. Ravens not off to a great start. They're 0-4, I believe. But, you know, that's basically due to BAP's schedule's been kind of hectic lately. You know, he had a personal crisis he dealt with. So, you know, when sometimes timing just ain't on our side when we try to get certain things done, and that's respectable, you know, and understandable as well. But if they play this game, I'm gonna take Ravens to get their first win of the season against the Eagles. And you know, I don't know, I'm not hearing too much chirp come out that Eagles locker room like I did in the early part of the season. Eagles were making a lot of noise about the team that they had and this and that, but you know, now it seems like them Eagles is flying low. In the beginning of the season, they was flying over the buildings, you know, making a case that Eagles is fly high. Now, you know, I don't know if they flying or they walking, but we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? I got to find out what's going on with the Eagles because you know, I want to see Norm. I want to see Norm compete and battle in that NFC East. But so far, it ain't looking too good for him. And it's getting to we in week 5. Before you know it, the second half of the season will be here, and it'll be time for mid-season report, and we're gonna find out who's in, who's out. You know. But I definitely remember the Eagles beating this chest before the season started. You know what I'm saying? And you know. And I was here for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I root for everybody, but I always root for the guys that's not, you know what I'm saying, not as dominant as the other guys. Norm is not a bottom feeder, but at the same time, Norm haven't been having success because he's been that tough division. But I remember him making a lot of noise. He was saying what he was going to do. He had all that money in free agency. Ain't nothing working out. I don't know. So far, it looked like it was money that was not well spent. You know, but if you can win this game against the Ravens, who's one of the top guys in the AFC, I think this will get you pointing in the right direction. I think this will get that morale back high because right now that morale is low in that Philly locker room. But we'll see, man. We'll see what's going on. But I'm taking the Ravens this week anyway. 34. I'll go 34-23. Next, we got E-Ball Pats going against Awesome BS Buffalo Bills. Pats been automatic wild card in that division with the Jets. Jets been dominating. I need to see Pats make some noise, but I'm here to tell you now, I'm going to upset this game. I like the fact that Buffalo scored 34 points last game. Yeah, he gave up 51. He did, but he scored 34, and I don't think he's going to give up 50 points back-to-back weeks. And for whatever reason, he plays E-Ball pretty tough, even though E-Ball wins pretty much most of the time, majority of the time. But I'm going to take an upset in this one. I'm going to go Buffalo over New England. This game is going to be one of my 3 upset picks. And I'm taking Buffalo over New England in an upset, 24-21, 3-point game. Buffalo wins with a late second field goal to win the game. I pick 3 upsets every week. This is one of my upset picks. Buffalo over New England. Next up, we got Major Factor. Houston, Texas going against Born Ready. Oh yeah, let me just say this real quick, being that I brought up upset alert. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm going to do in the league. We're going to add a little cash to this. And I'm going to consider myself like Vegas. And here's what I'm going to do. You guys can get down on the picking your teams, right? This is how we're going to do this. You can pick, you got to pick every game on the schedule. And we're going to do it for a little bit of bread. We ain't here to try to act like, you know, we trying to really cake off or pay a bill with this money. Something light. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it something light. But here's what we're going to do. You could pick every game. And I was thinking about this. And I said, I'm going to give it a shot. If you want to try it, try it. Y'all know I'm a real dude. I'm a real nigga. I ain't going to tell you something and then fake and then flake on you. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm Vegas, right? I'm the house. So you got to pick. You don't have to. It's only if you want to do it. Every game that's on the schedule, you got to pick a winner. If you pick all of them right, you get, well, if you pick every game on the schedule, you got to get them all right. If you get them all, if you pick one game wrong, you lose. You got to send me $10 to my Cash App. If you pick every game and get them all right, I got to send $20 to your Cash App. You know what I mean? Just something to think about. Just something to do. Even if you don't want to, even if that's too high, you want to do 5, do 5, I do 10. But basically, I'm going to double what you do. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to do $1, I'll do $2. It could be something simple. I'm just saying we just trying to bring something extra to the table. It's just lose something that's fun to think about, little Vegas style. You know, like I said, I'm the house, so I gotta pay more. If you decide you want to pick every game on the schedule, you know, I'm not going over $20 though. Like I said, I ain't trying to go that route. You know what I'm saying? Because if every guy decide to jump in the league, I got it to cover it. But for what? Ain't that deep. But we just trying to bring something extra to it, you know, to just, you know, add more fun, something different to the league. So again, I'm gonna repeat myself. We bringing Vegas to the leagues. If you want to pick every game, you can pick. Well, you got to. You got to pick every game on the schedule if you choose to participate. You got to get them all right. Now, if you decide to do it and you get one game wrong, you automatically lose. You got to send me $1 to my Cash App. If you get them all right, I got to send $2 to your Cash App. If you decide to do 5, you get one wrong, you got to send me 5. I got to send you 10. If you decide to do 10, if you get one wrong, you got to do 10. I got to send you 20. If you hit all right, just something to think about. You understand what I'm saying? Again, I ain't no phony dude. You know what I mean? So if I tell you, if you decide to go out and pick it, but I'm expecting y'all, I'm just saying I'm going to be able to tell the real ones from the fake ones. Now, if you decide to participate and you don't pay, you know, I just know what type of dude you are. You know what I'm saying? But don't front and say, yo, you down and you gonna do it and then you lose. If you participate, I'm expecting you to honor your bet, because I'm gonna honor mine. And it don't have to be one guy. And hear what I'm saying. If 10 of you dudes decide to do it, and y'all all doing it for $10, and all 10 of y'all hit, I gotta send each and every one of y'all $20. Yeah, I know what the math is, and I'm saying I'm not a sucker. I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna do it and then don't do it. I got it to cover it. You understand? So again, it's just something if y'all want to do it. Like I said, it could be something small as $1. We ain't here to try to rape nobody and try to make a come up off nobody. It's all fun and games. You could do $1. Pick them all right. If you get them all right, I send you $2 to your Cash App. If you pick every game and you get any game wrong, you got to send me $1. You understand what I'm saying? Just food for thought. That's all. Just food for thought. Moving right along. So yeah, I got Buffalo on the upset in this one. Next, we got Texans. Major factor going against born ready New York Jets. I'm gonna go. I know Jets be dominating everything. I'm gonna go upset in this one too. I'm gonna go Texans over the Jets. Give me Texans over the Jets in an upset. I got 2 upsets now going on, back-to-back upsets. Cause Major, one thing about Major is that he played tough defense, and if you blow Major out, it's pretty much because he had a lot of turnovers and stuff like that, which is the case for a lot of guys. But Major played defense better than a lot of guys. I got to give him his props on that. So, you know, I think Major gets this one on the road. I'm going upset, and I'm gonna go upset in this one. I'm gonna go Texans 23, Jets 20. Next, we got Raiders and Colts. We got Scott LaRock going against Lamborghini Marzelli. Lamborghini Marzelli been MIA. If I get a replacement for the Raiders, I'm booting Marzelli. And Marzelli my dude, you know what I'm saying? But you know, again, this ain't nothing personal. It's only business. Marzelli my nigga, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I can't have a league just got you in it just because I say you my nigga. If you ain't playing, that means at this point in time, what you got going on in your life, you don't have time for it, and it's fine. You understand what I'm saying? It's absolutely fine. You know, so the same way I don't take it personal, hopefully Marzelli won't take it personal, because it's nothing personal. It's only business. I'm just trying to run the league the right way, and you know, I hate to give up forced wins. You know, I want to see everybody play, you know, this and that. I want to see people play their games. But yeah, Marzelli is going to get booted as soon as I find a Raiders replacement. But Scott, this would be your force. I'm gonna set it now. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't seen Marzelli in these chats in a minute. Hopefully all is well with him though, you know, first and foremost. But yeah, I gotta move on, you know. So that'll be your win, Scott. Well, you know what? I ain't gotta say this, Scott. I just know I ain't gonna forget. Even if I don't hear from you, Scott, before I advance, when I look at the schedule, I know you'll get the force. You know what I'm saying? Because if Marzelli might pop up today trying to play you, whatever, and I don't want to have that sitting up there. you know. But anyway, move right along. We got playmaker Chargers going against Big Lucy, Jacksonville Jaguars. And Jaguars, man, like I said, I just got through saying this about K-Lou in my other league. K-Lou is a night and day type of player. K-Lou can play one game and look like he's one of the guys that's the bottom feeder, and then he can come out and have a game and look like he's one of the top guys in the league. He's night and day like that, you know. I don't know which K-Lou gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. And you know, you won't know until the game is being played. But I know the consistent person is playmaker. He's consistent. You know, win, lose, or draw. He's consistent. He you know, he don't lose that much in regular season. He lose a couple of games and that be it. So he's a way more consistent player. So I'm taking the Chargers in this one over the Jags. But we'll see what type of Jags team show up, man. But give me the Chargers 33, Jags 17. Next we got Big Rico, Giants going against the Bengals, Murph. Giants coming off a blowout loss last week. Unfortunately, I don't see it getting too much better this week. Man, Giants, man, like some of you guys, I be wanting you guys to do good, man, but y'all just keep making the same mistakes over and over, you know. But yeah, give me the Bengals, man. Yeah, Murphy win this game. I'll take Bengals this week. I'll go 41-13. Set this for Jersey Floyd. Man, Jersey Floyd, you're struggling over here, baby. You know, I was saying you know how to play, and you do know how to play, Jersey Floyd, but I mean, and I think I said this about you last week, is that you're now seeing that it's a different type of league, bruh. And I'm not saying this because this is my league. I'm saying it because it's the truth. My league is dangerous, bruh. It's ruthless because, like I say, man, you could pick out 10 guys. You could say these guys are top 10, and then it's another 5 to 10 guys right after them that could beat anybody in them top 10. You know what I mean? So my league is full of comp, baby. Like, I mean, you know, you just gonna have to sink in, Jersey Floyd. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to rock and roll, baby. There's a different type of competition level over here, and that's what I think makes, on top of everything, I think that's what makes the league dope too, because you don't have 2 guys that's just dominant. You got a lot of guys that know how to play good. So you find it out the hard way, Jersey Floyd, but I still know you got game. You know what I'm saying? Just that, because they're not familiar with your game just like theirs, but right now, you know, you're having more of a hard time than them than they are with you. But, you know, the more reps you get, the more people you play that's you know, on top of their game, the better off and comfortable you'll get. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, it's real over here, and whatever it takes, it's real over here. Next we got 49ers and Rams. I'm going with Crockpot. Like I said, man, this guy is a very good player, man. He took over this team last year towards the end of the year. He finally had his first. No, he took over this team last year in the off season. He finally had a whole season under his belt, and he made the playoffs last year, mind you. Yeah, he got blown out against the champ, but you know what? I expected him to, because why? He didn't have nothing on the team that, you know, he just took over a team on the fly and was learning on the fly with them, and he took them to the playoffs. That says a lot about his game, you know. But now he had one full season under his belt. And so far, I think he's 2-1 or something like that. He's off to a good start. I know that. Maybe 3-1. I'm not sure, but I think he got 1 loss or no losses. But he doing his thing right now. He going against Rams, another tough opponent for Rams. But it gets no easier, Rams. But you know what? Like I told you, in the other league, sometimes when you play certain guys on the schedule, you gotta take advantage of it, because ain't gonna be too many gimmies on the schedules in these leagues, you know. And here you go, another tough game, but just ball out, play smart, bro. But give me the Niners this week. I take Niners 44-20. Next we got Spaz Steelers going against TNT Denver Broncos. Interesting game. Spaz coming to this game. I know he's tight about that game he lost to me, because he's now 2 games out for me in that division. So that's a tough loss for him. He's going to come into this game looking to get revenge this week. But I'm here to tell you, this is a mirror match. Why? Because TNT Park can play the same way as Spaz. He runs the ball. He plays run heavy, pass a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's one of them type of games. Now, I think Steelers defense is better than TNT's defense, so I think that's what's going to get them over the edge. But I don't know. This game might be close, going into the second half. We'll see. But I'll take Steelers in this one. I'm going to go Steelers in this one 31 to... I'm going to go 31-17. 31-17 Steelers over the Broncos. So I got Spaz coming back this week with a chip on the shoulder. Next, we got Dre, Carolina Panthers, coming off that number 1 seed from last year, going against Trey Dog. Very, very interesting matchup right here. Why? Let me just give you a little backstory on these two. Last season, Dre swept Saints in the playoffs. Hell of a job. Great job. But, oh no, guess what happened? They played each other in the divisional championship, and Saints got his revenge and eliminated the Panthers. Was a close game all the way into the fourth quarter, and the game kind of got out of hand. Panthers threw a turnover, a pick six that changed everything. Momentum swung. Remember when I tell y'all about momentum? I'm telling y'all, once again, we back on the momentum. And I was a witness, once again, to the momentum last week. When Dre threw that pick six against Saints in the playoffs, there was no coming back after that. All of a sudden, Saints just hit another level. I'm telling you, the game has built the momentum, and when you go on these losing streaks, it's built the momentum for that too. Case in point, Murph last season decided he just didn't want to play his last couple of games because he already clinched the spot, right? And he went into the playoffs like on a 3 or 4 game losing streak. And I spoke about morale and I spoke about momentum. I said, if you go on these losing streaks, when you go into that game, all of a sudden guys going to drop passes that they normally would catch, fumbles, just little stuff that normally didn't happen, all of a sudden start happening. Why? Because the momentum is not on your side. Murph lost his first game of the playoffs last season, and I told y'all that momentum is in the game. It's built the momentum in this game. Dre battling with Trey Dog the whole game last year in the playoffs. Soon as he threw that pick six, and he was driving too, mind you. Soon as he threw that pick six, game over. Game never looked the same after that. The game had built the momentum in the game, and if you go on these, and don't get me wrong, it also affects winning streaks. If you go on nice winning streaks, you're gonna play better. You have the momentum. You know what I'm saying? You get these strip fumbles, these crazy animation catches you start getting. I'm telling you, man, this stuff exists. You don't believe me? Go look it up. But this stuff exists. Anyway, that was just a little backstory on these two. This game, Trey Dog is going to come into this game trying to show Panthers, you sweeping me last season was a fluke because I eliminated you in the playoffs. Dre going to come into this game showing the Saints, yo, that game you got against me in the playoffs shouldn't have happened. I swept you. I know I can beat you. This is what I mean by both teams coming to the game with swag. So now at this point, who's going to have more swagalicious? Honestly, it's a tough one to pick for me, but I'm going to go upset in this one. I'm going to go with the Panthers. I'm going to go with the Panthers because I feel like Dre had this game circled. Like I had my game circled against Spaz. And when I say what I mean by that is that it's certain games on your schedule that you really look forward to playing because you really got upset about the last game ended. And I know Dre is steaming about him getting late. He's the number 1 seed. He lost his first game. He had the first round bye. He lost his first game in the playoffs. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If Dre lose, not a big deal. If Dre get blown out, that's a big deal. So this game is more for Dre than it is for the Saints. I got to be honest. Why? Saints won the more head-to-head matchups. Saints won the big game. So even if Saints lose this game, he going to be feeling like, all right, we'll definitely get the next one. Dre can't afford to get blown out in this game. If he lose, all right, cool, you got that one. See you next time when I'm at home. But if Dre get blown out after getting eliminated to the same team, it's a totally different feel. But I'm taking the Panthers. Like I said, Panthers coming to this game, he got a point to prove. So give me Carolina in a close one, of course. Give me Panthers. Give me Panthers 27-24. 3-point win. Next, we got DK Packers going against Third World. Wow, great game. Great game right here. Great matchup for DK too, because like I said, DK been coming out on fire. He too playing like he got a point to prove. I'm sure the way he got blown out against the Bears last season, I'm pretty sure he ain't take that lightly at all. So he got a point to prove in this one. Third World is tight. He got a point to prove. That's what's crazy. I'm telling you, last season went down. We had a lot of Week 17 matchups was win or die, including my game. My game against Babs was win or go home. Packers game against the Bears was win or go home. Seahawks game against Washington was win or go home. We had a lot of win or go home games at the end of the season, the final week of the season of last year. So you got teams coming out with purpose, and so far they are. I'm 4-0. I think the Packers is 4-0. I think Seahawks might be 4-0. He got one loss. I'm not sure. He might be undefeated. But either way, man, everybody that got a point to prove from last season coming out hot. You know, couldn't wait for the season to start. So this is going to be an interesting matchup right here, because you got two guys that got a chip on their shoulder. And DK been balling right now. I can't lie. I got to go with the Packers in this one. DK been playing great ball. And even though he's on the road, I don't know. I just feel like he's going to pull this one out, but I think it's going to be close. Would I be surprised if Third World win this game? Not at all. Not at all. I wouldn't be surprised. This game could go either way. I'm just going with the Packers just off the strength of, I don't know. I just think that they just, for something, my gut telling me that they're going to pull this one out. But it's going to be close no matter what. But I'm going to go Green Bay 28. No, not 28. I'm going to go Green Bay 26. And I'm going to go Seattle 21. 26-21 Packers over the Seahawks. And to complete the week, we got Captain Clutch Titans going against Naruto Chicago Bears. I don't know, Naruto. I haven't been seeing Titans, unless I'm just missing them. I haven't been seeing them in these chats. So I got to check his temperature. He too might be on that Marzelli list. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't have guys just having a team and ain't doing nothing. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. If you tell me you get forced win, I already know what that's about. But I can't recall really seeing the Titans. I know I gave them a forced loss last week. So we'll see what's happening. But if this game get played, I'm going with Bears anyway. I go Bears 33, Titans 16. So y'all, that's it, man. This was a long but very necessary fifth quarter. Had to address a few things. Had to get the recap done. We did the predictions, so we locked and loaded, man. I got a bye this week, so we get to sit back and wait for see how these games play out. And that's it, man. I'll see y'all week 6. We definitely got that mid-season report coming like we normally do. That'll be happening around week 9. You know, so we here for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all have fun. You know what I'm saying? Keep these games rolling, and let's keep this league moving like we've been doing. Until then, I'm Ghost.